Litic with the corner. Oh, out comes Gould, and it's taken an unlucky deflection and scrambled away. Well, Stubbs was falling all over the place there, but just managed to get on the end of it to help assist in getting it away.
That was Mark Viduka there who had that opportunity. Eventually cleared.
And again, Celtic being fanned, wanting for pace in the middle of the field, and there's a real opportunity here, and off the post by Viduka. He'd beaten Jonathan Gould in the Celtic goal. Agonisingly for him, though, onto the post. But Celtic really pedestrian in the middle of the field.
Well, fabulous break there from Maric. Lots of pace. Viduka just a little bit unfortunate.
Prosinecki again involved, looking for the ball all the time. And that's something he's not always done in the past few years of his career, fallen out with many a club coach, many a high-profile club coach. Now, in it comes again, and that should be no problem for Jonathan Gould there. But once again, plenty of green and white shirts back. And there's the national manager. Plenty of shirts back for Celtic there, but again, the opportunity to get a header on goal, it must be a worry.
It is, it's constant pressure, Tim, and how long can they hold out? Literally from the first whistle, they've been penned into their own half. Not been able to really turn the Zagreb defence at all.
Viduka has had a couple of very good chances early on in this game, but Celtic are still there. Larson in the middle of the field, not offering himself, and again just watching play go by as Reggie Blinker's left standing now through the middle, and Maric is in there, and again another opportunity goes begging for Zagreb. Viduka was virtually unmarked, and if you've been watching with us over the past couple of weeks, you'll have seen the sides, the likes of Red Star Belgrade, the likes of Hajduk Split, the sides that maybe people aren't looking at as potential champions. But these sides are not going to be easy to beat for anybody. And should Zagreb progress, nobody will want to come here. That's a good turn, and that's a goal by Maric. Something out of nothing from Maric.
Well, you'd have to say he's deserved that. He's been a real thorn in the side of Celtic so far. Twisting and turning, making life difficult for Tommy Boyd. Jonathan Gould got a hand to it, but not enough.
Really not good defending. Again, huge numbers of Celtic players back. Here is Maric again. Free kick, and that is just a couple of yards outside the penalty area, and Prosinecki will presumably fancy his chances from here. But just going back to that goal, Trevor, there were at least 6 players behind the man in possession. Still he got the shot in.
I'd say just not getting close enough to the ball, allowing the man the shot on goal. But this again spells danger for Celtic. Prosinecki can be deadly from these situations.
Who's it going to be? It is going to be Prosinecki, and it's off the post. I think Gould got a touch to it. It's still not away.
Yeah,
another look at that.
Good
Master's
save.
Free kick taker.
Absolutely, good save though from Jonathan Gould. Had to be at his best. Typical free kick from Prosinecki, plenty pace.
Well, the national coach Bajcevic must be wondering what he has to do to make his star player perform like that in a national shirt. Still forward they come. Maric goes down. No doubt from the referee, that is a penalty. And Maric, once again, the thorn in the side for Celtic.
Well, you'd have to say that Tommy Boyd was rash in his challenge. Maric's control, it's been good all night. Just a little bit too quick for Tommy Boyd. Had to give the penalty.
And no guesses for who steps up to take this. Prosinecki against Gould. And this to edge Zagrzeb in front. Prosinecki, oh, it was really cool and really cheeky. There's the quick shuffle, and Gould has gone the wrong way.
Well, you have to travel a long way to see a cooler taken penalty than that. Strolled up to it.
Something he learned off John Aldridge. And just look at the reception. This is better play from Celtic. They're managing to maintain possession for a period of time longer than about 10 or 15 seconds now. An away goal here.
Of course, that would just be about enough. It's not really changed, the scenario has not really changed for Celtic. They need to score since that second goal went in.
Larson steps over it, strolled through, keeper got his full body behind it. And Boyd has had the best effort on goal for Celtic all evening so far. Goran Juric. And again, what a great turn. Stubbs drawn across, it was a well-timed pass. Viduka was in the penalty area, but Rukavina decided to go on his own.
Did well, Rukavina there. Was fully aware what he needed to do.
Again, Celtic back under pressure. Here comes Prosinecki still. Prosinecki. They shouldn't stand off Prosinecki. 3-0. Oh, what a night he's having, Robert Prosinecki. And that has just about buried Celtic now. Again, they've been warned throughout the evening to stand off this man at your peril, and they've done it once too often, and Prosinecki has punished them again.
Superb skill from Prosinecki, but I think it just took a little deflection here. Paul Lambert's foot stuck out. By the look of Jonathan Gould, he seemed awfully flat-footed there. Wouldn't surprise me if that was a deflection, but he certainly deserves his luck.
70 minutes. 3-0. Maric. Space for a shot from Maric. Oh dear, just wide.
I think that one even scraped the post as well. I mean, it really could have been a rout. Great balance again shown by Silvio Maric.
Once again, plenty of space back there, but it's not as if Celtic are committing players forward. And actually getting any success from doing so. Touched by Donnelly. Larson in, but they lose out once again. 4 on the near side is Maric once again. Rukavina still going. Rukavina, that's a good deep cross. Oh, just couldn't guide the head, and it's still bouncing around. Viduka was there once again. This is Prosinecki. Finally brought under control by Lambert, but once again cheaply given away. No offside given. And it drops favourably again, and Gould once more is brought into the game from Sakota.
That was Rukavina's cross here, which is knocked down. Mark Viduka just got on the end of it. His goal-scoring drought continues.
There again, Sakota, 25, lovely ball, and what a good save from Jonathan Gould. Again, full body behind the ball, but the force took him over, Trevor, but once more, very, very average defending. Now, Celtic could get something here, perhaps. 3 against 2. And the keeper, Ladic, is out to smother And really, Simon Donnelly perhaps should have done a little better.
Well, Brad back there was the one who got closest to Drazen Ladic from McNamara's cross. This was the instance before Jonathan Gould called into action. Stinging shot there.
Still pressing forward, looking for goal number 4, just to put the icing on the cake. Is Prosinecki still going? Another fine save from Gould. Again, the defence stands off, invites Prosinecki, who's not known for his pace, Trevor.
I think you have to say that perhaps some of the Celtic players have been in awe of this man, giving him far too much room to operate. If you give him that sort of room, he'll dictate play, and he certainly has done that against Celtic.
Well, if he wasn't the first name on Blazevic's sheet for the forthcoming European Championships, Prosinecki may very well be. And it was, in the end, a very comprehensive win tonight for Croatia Zagrzeb. Celtic really offered very little tonight, Trevor.
No, I think they were outclassed in the end. The best team has won over the 2 legs. And really, Celtic can have no argument with that. Totally outclassed on the night.
Bayern Munich, Manchester United and Brøndby. It's immediately christened the Group of Death. After so many near misses in the last few years, Manchester United have perhaps the most to prove. But coach Alex Ferguson has strengthened the side in the summer. Striker Dwight York arrives for £12 million from Aston Villa, and Dutch defender Jaap Stam for £10 million from PSV Eindhoven. On match day 1, United face Barcelona at Old Trafford. A match that starts the competition with a very big bang.
David Beckham. He's gone outside Sergi. Beckham's cross. Giggs is there! Ryan Giggs from Manchester United. Beckham. Scholes has arrived late in the day. It's York! What a terrific effort, Scholes! 2-0. Here is Luis Figo. Now Rivaldo. And now Sanderson. And it's 2-1. Rivaldo trying to turn away from Stam, and the referee's given a penalty. Schmeichel went the right way, but Giovanni has equalised for Barcelona. It's Beckham. It's fantastic! Absolutely fantastic! Here is Luis Enrique. It's into the near post, and Rivaldo has hit the woodwork. It's Anderson in fact. Zenden. Now Rivaldo! Stopped by Schmeichel. Anderson stopped again and in by Figo, but the referee is not going to allow it. He's going to show a red card here. It's 3-3. This extraordinary night takes another turn.
Barcelona boss Louis van Gaal's relieved. Alex Ferguson desperately disappointed. The good news for both is the defeat of Bayern Munich at outsiders Brøndby the same night. Immediately, the pressure's on Bayern and their new coach, Ottmar Hitzfeld. 2 years ago, Hitzfeld won this competition with Borussia Dortmund. If he loses to Manchester United in Munich on match day 2, this campaign could be over before it's begun. It looks bleak when United go 2-1 up through a goal from Paul Scholes. A lead that lasts until the last minute, and a very lucky break. Goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel makes a rare error. Sheringham heads into his own net. Bayern escape and then go on to prosper. In their next game, they beat Barcelona 1-0. Midfield playmaker Stefan Effenberg is proving a brilliant summer signing for Hitzfeld. At home, Bayern start to run away with the Bundesliga. And 2 weeks later, they go to the Nou Camp to face Barcelona yet again.
There's plenty of tussling going on in that penalty area. And the whistle is gone, and it's going to be a penalty to Barcelona. Oh, he was so calm. Hardly any backlift, and just beating the dive of Kahn. Oh, that's a loose ball. Elber might be in. He needs support. Did well to get the ball out. Here's a great opportunity. And there's the equaliser. Oh, there's disarray again. Oh, it could be a vital winner for Bayern Munich. 3 minutes from the end. Salihamidzic has done it.
That away win in the Nou Camp is a key victory for Bayern. Barcelona are almost out. And they aren't helped by Manchester United's recent goal rampage. United's 2 games against Brøndby produces 11 of them and maximum points. Dwight Yorke's partnership with Andy Cole is thriving. After match day 4, United lead the group. Bayern just 1 behind. Barcelona must beat United on match day 5 to stay in the competition. A situation that produces one of the great European matches.
Sergi, Giovanni, crossed it in towards Luis Figo, dealt with by Irwin. It's come out as far as Anderson, and Barcelona take the lead inside of a minute through Sonny Anderson. Rivaldo. They backed off him, and he got his shot away, and Schmeichel had to make the save. Blomqvist, though, to Yorke. Great chance. Dwight Yorke, 1-1. Manchester United's first threat on the Barcelona goal produces a priceless goal for Dwight Yorke. Saladis. Here's for a cross, almost a chance for Anderson, wouldn't come for Rivaldo, it will for Figo, and terrific double save by Schmeichel as Rivaldo came in. Wonderful stop by the Manchester United goalkeeper. Oh, well left by Yorke, fed by Cole. Back to Andy Cole from Dwight Yorke. Fantastic goal for Manchester United. 8 minutes of the second half gone. Andy Cole, the scorer. The combination between Cole and Yorke was out of this world. Marvellous goal. Barcelona free kick. Yorke on towards Cole. He's found Yorke again. Cole was dragged down by Reisiger, but Manchester United are not dragged down. It's Beckham to Yorke. Ah! Just hit the back stanchion. Beckham with the corner. Turned away by Figo. Scholes into Keane. Now Beckham once more. Yorke attacking the near post. He's got it right this time, all right. Manchester United are back in front. And it's Dwight Yorke again. Sergi. It's in towards Rivaldo. Oh, he's done it again. It's 3-3, just as it was at Old Trafford in September. Rivaldo, hat-trick hunting. Struck that well, cracked it against the crossbar. Oh, he's unstoppable at the moment, this man.
A great performance from the Brazilian Rivaldo, but brave Barcelona are out. It's not ideal for United, but they can still qualify, even if they finish runners-up. On the same night, though, Bayern beat Brøndby, and that means the Germans will enter the final group game on top. On match day 6, results elsewhere take the sting out of the climactic clash between United and Bayern. Both sides need only a draw at Old Trafford to guarantee both of them making it to the quarter-final, and not surprisingly, a safe 1-1 scoreline is the result. Hardly anyone thought the best runner-up would come from this group, but it's Bayern and United to go through.
Group C pitches the holders Real Madrid against the mighty Inter Milan. Spartak Moscow are the dark horses. The Austrians Sturm Graz clearly have it all to do. They may be champions of Europe, but Real Madrid have already sacked 2 coaches before they begin the defence of their title. Dutchman Gus Hiddink is the latest in the firing line, and Hiddink faces what looks a tough opening game against Inter, the UEFA Cup winners. The reality, though, is somewhat different.
And he's been brought down, and it's got to be a penalty. Savio, who's been a tormentor, and Hierro has the chance to give Real Madrid the lead with just 10 minutes remaining. It's his 50th game in European competition and his 14th goal. And Real Madrid at last break the deadlock. Caramber. Oh, there's space here. Seedorf. Can he finish? He most certainly can. The last minute of the game, and Real Madrid have got a 2-0 victory.
The champions are deserved winners over a disappointingly negative Inter. Ronaldo's World Cup hangover continues. 2 weeks later, the Brazilian superstar is absent as Inter face Sturm Graz at the San Siro. It takes almost a whole match for the Italians' expensively assembled strike force to find the net against the group minnows. The relief is tangible. And it's made even more acute by the news from Moscow, where Real Madrid slip up against Spartak. The Russians come from behind to win 2-1, courtesy of another goal each from Cimbolar and Titov. So it's 6 points out of 6 for Spartak, and the Russians are now making the running as they go to struggling Inter on match day 3. A great performance from goalkeeper Paliuca is the only thing that keeps the Italians in the game in the first half hour. But then it all changes.
Ronaldo makes his run up, just lays it off. Here's Ventola with a shot, and it's in! Inter Milan taking the lead after 32 minutes. Ventola will be looking for the run of Ronaldo. Oh, the keeper spilled it, and Ronaldo must score. It's a dreadful goalkeeping error.
Despite that boost, Inter still trail Real by 3 points after match day 4, which makes the return battle in the San Siro decisive. Inter have been struggling in the Italian league, and as the game approaches, the future looks precarious for coach Gigi Simoni. Simone's struggling to get the injured Ronaldo back to his best, but at least Baggio is back, though he's still on the bench. Qualification and Simeone's future rests on this one.
Ronaldo available again. Going for goal. Oh, it's deflected in. Inter Milan get the goal. It won't be credited to Ronaldo, though. The last touch came from Zamorano. Seedorf. Now Savio. Waiting for some support. Who is doing well, Savio, here. Seedorf has come across and scores the equaliser. He started the move and then he finished it. Well, Zamorano scored what he thought was going to be a crucial goal, although he didn't know too much about it. Now he makes way for Roberto Baggio. Now it's Inter who are looking for late goals to keep alive their dreams. Here's Baggio. Oh, deflected in off the legs of Ilner. Is the super sub, Roberto Baggio, with just 4 minutes remaining. Real Madrid really will want to try and get the equaliser. But it's Baggio who's through, and this time surely he can't miss. Oh, he rounds the keeper to perfection. Terrific stuff from Roberto Baggio.
Baggio's rescue act turns Inter's fortunes round in a stroke. Spartak Moscow's failure to beat Sturm Graz means Inter are now almost certain to finish as one of the best runners-up. Surprisingly, Simone is still sacked. He's replaced by the Romanian Mircea Lucescu for the final game with Sturm Graz. The players don't like the decision, but Baggio gets on the score sheet again as Inter beat Sturm 2-0 to win the group. Real, meanwhile, now need to draw with Spartak to finish as best runners-up. Suddenly, they're the team in crisis, but they pull together when they have to and produce a 2-1 win. Real finish second, but their 12 points are enough to see them through as the best runners-up. And after all their tribulations, Inter finish with the joint highest total of points.
In Group E, it's French champions Lens, Dynamo Kiev from the Ukraine, English champions Arsenal and Panathinaikos, the second team from Greece. Last season, Dynamo Kiev emerged as a real European force. Strikers Sergei Rebrov and the young Andriy Shevchenko became the most feared strike partnership in the competition. When the Ukraine champions resisted the option to sell their superstars in the summer, they became a lot of people's tip for the trophy. But Dynamo start badly. In Athens on match day 1, Panathinaikos come from behind to beat them 2-1. And 2 weeks later, Lens, the surprise French champions, force a draw in Kiev. The English champions Arsenal make the early running in this group. Their new temporary home of Wembley Stadium supplying the perfect inspiration as they beat Panathinaikos on match day 2. 3 weeks later, Arsenal face Dynamo at Wembley. Kiev now need at least a point from this game or their campaign will be virtually over.
Faza. Dixon. Good cross. Backhand! Yes!
Parler, what the line will do. Keown's furthest forward. Overmars inside of him. Overmars onside. It's Mark Overmars. Oh! So nearly game, set, and match. And everyone bar no one is forward for the Ukrainians. Luzhny's ball in. Keown again away. Back in by Bielkovic. Chance for Rebrov!
It's the second time Arsenal have been denied a win by a late goal, and these slips prove costly for Arsene Wenger in a very tight group. For Dynamo, the goal provides a major turning point. In Kiev, in the return, they finally get into top gear.
And Rebrov's got clear, and Shevchenko's in the middle, and Rebrov's come down. It is a penalty. It's Rebrov. Off the post and in. And Rebrov. Here's Luzhny's ball in. Oh, it's a goal from Holotko. It is Shevchenko. Oh, absolutely fantastic goal by a quite terrific player.
Coach Lobanovsky has somehow lifted his side. The group's wide open. Only a point separating all 4 teams. Outsiders Panathinaikos, surprisingly, top the table. And it looks pretty good for them when they go 1-0 up in a stunned Kiev on match day 5. But Dynamo find their form yet again. Sergei Rebrov hits the equaliser. And watch now for a catastrophic comedy of errors in the Greek defence. It gifts Dynamo the victory. Meantime, at Wembley, there's even bigger drama as Lens face Arsenal.
And it's there from De Boer. Lens go in front.
Lens end Arsenal's hopes altogether, with perhaps the biggest upset so far. The first time a French team's ever won at Wembley. And it means Lens will win the group if they can beat Kiev in what's become a virtual decider on match day 6. The low-budget underdogs from the small mining town have massive home support, but the party atmosphere doesn't last long. Skipper Frederick Dehu sent off after just 6 minutes for a foul on Shevchenko. The writing's on the wall.
Shevchenko's gone to the near post. He's got the header there, and it's an easy touch in by Kaladze. Lens held out for an hour. Lens have got to get back in numbers, and they're outnumbered at the moment. This is a great opportunity here. 2 up in support, and there's Vashchuk, the defender. What's he doing there?
A goal from Shevchenko. Who else rounds off Kiev's victory? The master plan is back on course. After a slow start, Kiev have peaked at the right time, and they're deserved winners of a very tough group. Lens still finish above a disappointing Arsenal.
And good luck.
Back to the Champions League with PlayStation, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
The Group B seeds are Juventus. They're drawn with Athletic Bilbao of Spain, Rosenborg from Norway, and Galatasaray of Turkey. Juventus look to have a relatively easy draw in their bid to make a fourth successive final. But goalkeeper Angelo Peruzzi is sent off in their opener with Galatasaray, and the Turks go on to force a draw in Turin. Then on match day 2, Juve travel to Rosenborg, and again they struggle to achieve a 1-1 draw. Suddenly, it seems a great power is on the wane. Meanwhile, to the east, a new force is rising. In old Istanbul, they take religion seriously, and the biggest religion of all is Galatasaray. Coach Fatih Terim has added international names like the Brazilian goalkeeper Tafarel and the Romanian Georgi Hagi to some strong homegrown talent. And the Turks are ready to compete with the best. Home victories over Bilbao and Rosenborg take Galatasaray to the top of the group after match day 4. Juve, meanwhile, have drawn 2 more matches with Athletic Bilbao. So going into match day 5, the Italian giants really have to win in Turkey to stay alive. But they suffer a major blow when the injured Del Piero is ruled out for the rest of the season. Then there's a major diplomatic incident over a Kurdish guerrilla leader, which creates tension between Italy and Turkey. The game is delayed a week, and the Juventus players are reluctant visitors when it finally takes place.
Conte getting away from his man. He seemed to be pulled back, but still going strong. Inzaghi waiting. Here's the substitute. Amoruso has scored. Last chance. Hagi with the free kick. Goes a long way. Oh, there's a mistake in the defence. And it's the other substitute scoring for Galatasaray.
That seems to end Juve's hopes of qualifying. Galatasaray are relieved, but they're no longer group leaders themselves. Rosenborg have overtaken them with a 2-1 win over Bilbao. And once again, the Norwegians are on the verge of the last 8. But in their final game, they have to face Juventus in Turin. And the Italians can still keep their slim hopes alive with a victory.
There's Amoruso. Inzaghi just waiting. Now here is Inzaghi. Juve taking the lead after 16 minutes. Zidane is the real conductor of affairs at the moment. Here's Amoruso. It's the second goal for Juventus.
That victory puts Juve above the Norwegians. And amazingly, they get the news they want from Bilbao. A Guerrero goal gives Athletic victory over Galatasaray. So near, yet so far for the Turks. For the second season running, Juve have emerged from a hopeless position on match day 6 to qualify for the quarter-finals. And the final table shows 3 teams all on the same number of points.
Group A pits the great Ajax of Amsterdam against Porto, Olympiacos of Greece, and Croatia Zagrzeb. Olympiacos turn out to be the surprise package. They come back from 2-0 down to earn a draw at Porto on match day 1. A fortnight later, they carve out an impressive 2-0 victory at home to Croatia Zagrzeb. Local boy Dimitrios Eleftheropoulos staking an early claim to be the goalkeeper of the tournament. This win puts Olympiacos joint top of the league with the mighty Ajax, their visitors, on match day 3.
Alexandris! Oh! It's a magnificent goal!
The Greeks now lead the group by 3 points, but Ajax catch them up in the return in Amsterdam 2 weeks later. Resurgence is short-lived. They're handed a shock home defeat by Croatia Zagrzeb on match day 5. That hands the advantage back to Olympiacos. The Greeks exploit that advantage as they beat Porto 2-1. Yet again, Eleftheropoulos is outstanding. And now his team need just 1 point from their final match in Zagreb to win the group. This 64th minute strike from Giannakopoulos earns them the draw they need. Against the odds, Olympiacos are in the last 8. The Greeks win Group A with more illustrious names like Porto and Ajax trailing in their wake.
Finally to Group F, the German champions Kaiserslautern face 2 giant names in Benfica and PSV Eindhoven. Helsinki are the rank outsiders. But the Finnish part-timers almost provide a fairy story. In their first few games, they force a home draw with Kaiserslautern and engineer a stunning victory over the Portuguese giants Benfica. The Finns then hold Benfica to a draw back in the Stadium of Light. A glorious campaign, but it's not quite enough to get them through. The German champions Kaiserslautern win this group in style. There are no household names in the team, not a superstar in sight, but with a coach like Otto Rehhagel, you can hardly fail. That goal in Benfica seals Kaiserslautern's qualification a game early, with the joint highest points total alongside Inter.
And the Bundesliga champions earn a domestic battle with Bayern Munich in the quarter-finals. Real Madrid face Kiev, Juventus draw Olympiacos, and it's Manchester United against Inter. Manchester United's group stage goal fest has made them the opponents everyone fears. Inter, meanwhile, are still struggling at home. This competition offers their only hope of salvaging a poor season. As the first leg approaches, Ronaldo is still struggling with his knee injury. He doesn't make the lineup at Old Trafford. United have a massive psychological advantage, an advantage they're determined to press home.
Keane, cut up by Bergamy. York is there. He's found Beckham. It's in towards Dwight York. It's 1-0. A golden start for Manchester United. David Beckham. Crossed in towards Cole. Oh, so close. Neville to Beckham. In towards York. 2-0. Galante's popped up on the left wing here. He's one of the markers. And he's got it across, and Zamorano has a chance. Fantastic stop by British Michael. Oh, the header is from Simeone, would you believe? Ah, now the referee's disallowed it. Oh, that'll wipe the smile off his face. Coe. In towards Ventola. He's stolen a march here. Odds down. Schmeichel's made a save. It's Coronesi with a chance. Blocked to the line by Henning Berg.
United may have been a bit lucky, but Inter's failure to get at least one away goal could be crucial.
I thought it was a good performance by us. They had 1 or 2 chances in the second half that worried me, and I just have to look at how that's happened, how it was created. But in general, they've worked very hard.
Ronaldo's back for the return at the San Siro a couple of weeks later. It's a game the traditionally counter-attacking Inter need to take by the throat.
Here goes Zamorano again, trying to get beyond Berg again, and Schmeichel had to make an authentic stop this time. And Manchester United are having a rocky patch. Zanetti making a run in behind Giggs. No flag. Javier Zanetti. Oh, a really good clearance by Henning Berg. It's in towards Simeone, dealt with by Jonsson. Giggs couldn't clear. This is Javier Zanetti. Hits the post and comes out. It's Baggio. Slipped in. It's Ronaldo. Stopped by Schmeichel. This is Coe. Trying to lift it in towards Ventola. Keane going to get it away. And Ventola has scored for Inter Milan. York managed to get away from Coronesi. Cool play. Neville with the cross. Andy Cole waiting underneath it. It's Paul Scholes! He's done it!
Inter feel unlucky again, and referee Gilles Vaissière has just become Alex Ferguson's best friend. But it's United who are in the draw for the semis, their confidence growing by the day.
Real Madrid start the year poorly. The players seem at loggerheads with each other amid accusations of complacency. A week before the visit of Kiev, coach Gus Hiddink is sacked. And Welshman John Toshak becomes the club's fourth coach in less than a year. And Toshak is determined to end the infighting.
I've had nothing but 100% cooperation from all the players in the training sessions, you know, and they've been told, you know, that if they don't do it or they're not happy, then they can pick their mobile phone up now and telephone the president and they can go. You know, not in 2 weeks or 3 weeks' time, but Tuesday or Wednesday. Sooner the better.
But the Welshman has only days to turn things round before the visit of a Kiev side who've just about reached their peak.
Redondo is forward as well. It is left-footed from Roberto Carlos. Shevchenko through the middle. Kosovsky far side. Rebrov turning here. Shevchenko. Rebrov kept on going. Bielkovic. Shevchenko! Oh, what a fine save. Header through by Rebrov. Shevchenko's in here. He only needs the slightest sniff of goal. And Mijatovic has hit it. Oh, and so well he's hit it. Shevchenko's all alone though. Bielkovic eventually coming forward in support behind him. Here is Bielkovic. Good save.
Real can't be happy with a disappointing draw. It's advantage Kiev going into the return. The Ukrainians wasted a similar promising situation against Juve the previous year, and they're determined not to slip up this time. An 82,000 crowd turns up to make sure they don't.
Now the break could be on. Shevchenko through the centre. Can he settle it now? Oh, is he brought down surely? It's a penalty. Shevchenko with a wonderful opportunity here. He saved it, but still in the rebound. Guti has made a good impression since coming on. Still Guti. Little ball here for Yanni to fire it back in. And then Suka. Oh. Shevchenko. Lovely skill. Rebrov. Goes down by Ivan Campo. Still Rebrov. And Shevchenko.
The holders are out, and Andrei Shevchenko has become a hero for the entire Ukraine. His 3 goals are the difference between the two sides, and the comparisons with Ronaldo are coming thick and fast. After the match, the Ukraine president, Leonid Kuchma, is a surprise visitor in the Dynamo dressing room. He even manages to force a smile from the famously poker-faced coach, Valery Lobanovsky.
The abrupt departure of Marcello Lippi is the stunning news from Juventus's midwinter break. The great man was going in the summer anyway, but Juve's appalling league form and the player's obvious disaffection with Lippi since he announced his summer departure had brought forward the inevitable end of an era. New boss Carlo Ancelotti makes a good start with a couple of wins in Serie A, but Olympiacos is his first big test.
It's the only thing we can still win this season, so all the club's energies are geared towards this competition. It's inevitable that there's some tension and pressure before the game.
In the first leg against Olympiacos, the Italians seem in complete control.
Now Fonseca, who wants it on his left, is on his right. Oh, how did that not go in? Delivio. Using Mavroganides, now it's David swinging over the cross. Inzaghi! What a fabulous goal from Pippo Inzaghi! Conte in the thick of it, and on with Inzaghi. Here is Fonseca. Well, he had to fist it away, the keeper. Might pay the price. It was Conte off the line. Good play that to release Conte. And you can just sense the relief around the Dele Alpi.
2-0 to Juve, but there's 6 minutes of injury time.
The Greeks well represented in the middle. And it's a penalty. Iliadis, the substitute, and he scored. 2-1, and it's really set up the second leg now.
Ancelotti has seen Juve dominate, but he knows that away goal puts an entirely new complexion on the return leg. And there's a massive and hostile crowd in Athens. For much of the night, Juve are in deep trouble.
Georgiatos. Good ball, keeper's come! Olympiacos lead on the night and have parity overall. Georgiatos. And still Georgiatos. Oh, what a save!
Juve are within 5 minutes of going out when everything turns around again.
Birondelli. He's hung it up nastily and the keeper has come! And Juve have scored at the last!
For brave Olympiacos, it's all over. Juve escape yet again. They seem destined to get to their 4th successive final. For heavyweights, there's nowhere to hide in the semi-final draw. Dynamo Kiev against Bayern Munich and Manchester United facing a second Italian job against Juventus. This is the 5th meeting between Manchester United and Juventus in the last 3 seasons. Juve lead the series 3-1. But United's class of '99 is their strongest yet.
This year, the players have responded again. Albeit we've brought 1 or 2 players in who have made a tremendous difference. Jaap Stam, Dwight York and Jesper Blomqvist have been great additions to us. And the return of Roy Keane has got us in a position where we're challenging on 3 fronts, and we're enjoying it.
Juventus have continued to revive under Carlo Ancelotti. Zidane's an injury doubt for the first leg, but he limps onto the field and inspires Juventus to their best performance of the season.
Lifted hopefully towards Inzaghi, who he's managed to peel away from Bergen, getting a shot, and force a smart save from Peter Schmeichel. It's David Beckham. Oh! Davids. All poked in. It's a chance for Conte. It's 1-0 to Juventus.
It's all gone horribly wrong for United, but somehow in the last 10 minutes they start to fight back.
Beckham takes it towards Giggs. It's a sharp save that by Angelo Peruzzi. 3 in support of Andy Cole. Taking on Ferrara on the outside. Cole's done well to put it back. It's Giggs! Oh, hit a hand, surely scores! Oh, big shout for handball. Well, the referee shakes his head and gives a goal kick. Beckham hung up towards Giggs. Oh, back now. Andy Cole lays claim to the ball. Looks to set up Roy Keane. And Sheringham on the touch. And Manchester... Oh, no! On the linesman at the very last moment raised his flag. The goal will be ruled out. Here's Beckham. Hooked in towards Sheringham. Peruzzi stretched again. In goes Cole. In goes Giggs. He's got it. A lifeline for Manchester United has been thrown out by Ryan Giggs in stoppage time at Old Trafford.
That Giggs goal is a glint of hope, but the overwhelming impression is that Juventus are ready to become champions of Europe again.
We have the quality, but this year we didn't show it too much. In this game, particular game, we showed it, and let's hope that we can show it also next Wednesday.
Manchester United face an enormous task in the Stadio delle Alpi. They've scored 12 goals in their first 4 away games, but they've never won a European game in Italy. It doesn't look as though that's going to change as Juventus spring out of the traps.
Zidane guides it in. Inzaghi was there. And Filippo Inzaghi has scored for Juventus. Now Pasotto. Inzaghi there again, ahead of Stam, trying to turn the ball across the face of goal, deflected and in. Twice in the opening 11 minutes. Filippo
it looks all over for United. But Juventus sit back, and that's a mistake.
It's towards Keane! Roy Keane with a captain's goal for Manchester United! Beckham's headed down. This is Cole. It's towards York! It's 2-2! Dwight York has equalised for Manchester United! Dennis Irwin. Oh, hit the inside of the post. Irwin again! York, he skipped through. It's Dwight York. He's brought down by Peruzzi. Cole will finish it off. Full speed ahead, Barcelona!
United complete one of the great comebacks. After 31 years, Manchester United are back in the final of the UEFA Champions League.
The city of Kiev is basking in the glow of Dynamo's success. But coach Valery Lobanovsky knows this could be their last chance to win this competition for many years. Shevchenko is just one of many players being chased by big clubs in the West, and time is running out. Bayern have been hit by the loss of Elber, their top scorer, for the rest of the season, and Lizarazu is missing too. So fortune favours the Ukraine champions on a massive night in Kiev.
Bilkevich. Oh, it's a peach of a ball, and Shevchenko's onto it. It's Andrei Shevchenko! The continent's hottest striking property. For now, the concern there is this free kick. And it's Shevchenko over it. He's bent it in mischievously. It's 2-0. And these are new heights that Dynamo Kiev is scaling. Tarnat is the left-footed player who might be prepared to give it a strike instead, and has got good pace and power and a deflection, and Bayern are back in the tie. Kosovski, Rebrov. Clever ball from Rebrov, and Kosovski's waiting in the middle, and it came to Bilkevich, and somehow it stayed out. Kosovski, away from Strutz, clever little feint. And still Kosovski, and Kufo was facing his own goal. It's Kosovski! And it's 3-1 for Dynamo Kiev.
So 12 minutes left and Dynamo in control, but Bayern refused to give in.
Left it for Effenberg. Oh, it's a terrific free kick. Kosovski with the corner. Header away by Kufo, off the line by Mateus. Effenberg's played it back in, Zickler's header, Janker in the penalty area, it's Carsten Janker, it's 3-3.
A miraculous recovery by Bayern, but Dynamo find it hard to accept.
I'm sure our team played better than Munich. In my opinion, the result of the game does not reflect the relative strengths of the teams on the field that night.
The result means Bayern need only a draw to go through. Dynamo must chase the return game in Munich, and chase it they do.
Vashchuk had got forward, Bilkevich is free, and onside, Bilkevich does a super save by Kahn. It's still not safe, but Rebrov couldn't get onto it. Basler lifting it in, out by Vashchuk. Tarnat. Basler again. Bags of acreage for him. Mario Basler, lovely run. Great shot! Fabulous goal! That really is a tremendous goal for Mario Basler. Luzhny. Oh, nicely held up. Rebrov's in here. Sergei Rebrov. Great save by Kahn. Ali Dai. Dai's shot. Basler has a chance to play it in now. And Dai's around the back post. That is a blinding save. That's a terrific pass. Shevchenko. Andrei Shevchenko, now this would be special.
Once again, Dynamo regret missed chances, but Bayern thoroughly deserved their victory. Goalkeeper Oli Kahn almost missed the game through injury. He's the hero on the night Bayern returned to the final for the first time since 1987.
United flying to Barcelona on Concorde and on a massive high, having clinched their domestic league and cup double in the preceding week. A unique treble beckons. Bayern look relaxed. They won the Bundesliga weeks earlier, and the German Cup final isn't until next month. Like United, they're chasing a unique treble. Nou Camp Stadium couldn't be a more fitting stage for two teams who have a date with history. It's 31 years since United won this trophy, 23 for Bayern. They're about to supply the most dramatic final in the competition's history.
On their right is Tarnat, but it seems it will be left to Mario Basler, the man who destroyed Kiev. It is Basler, goal! Bayern Munich 1, Manchester United 0. And he curled it low. Schmeichel may have been expecting it higher than that. He went the wrong way to start with. And it is tucked away firmly into that Manchester United net. Janker is through the middle. They'll try and find him in here. Carsten Janker angles it for Effenberg. This could finish it. Wonderful stop from Schmeichel. That would have been game, set and match. But, well, it was towards Irwin, but it wasn't well enough directed, and the danger for Manchester United is that Munich will break forward, as Basler does now. He's got Janker away to his left. Still it is Mario Basler. Dazzling footwork from Basler. May have overdone it. He leaves it instead for Scholl, off the upright. And what a defining moment that may well be. Schmeichel beaten. His heart must have been pounding, and the ball pounded off the post. Here goes Mehmet Scholl. Twice the Great Dane has responded. The Manchester United defenders are back there. The Bayern Munich fans are at this end of the ground, and they flung themselves in. Scholl gets a header off the bar this time from Janker, and still Manchester United are alive. They are getting so desperate. Oh, the goalkeeper has come up. Schmeichel's in there too. It's Giggs. It's in. It's an equaliser. It's Teddy Sheringham. It's 1-1. It was a slice off the boot. It was Giggs forward. It was tucked in with glee by Sheringham. What an amazing game. And around the world, people will have responded to that goal. Is there a winner dramatically for Manchester United now? There is! Unbelievable! It's unbelievable. It's Solskjaer. He may well have won the European Cup for Manchester United. It's 2 in 2 minutes. And Manchester United lead Bayern Munich by 2-1.
It is the most astonishing finish. United can barely believe it. Bayern simply can't accept it. But the English champions complete their treble, and goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel lifts the trophy after his last game for the club.
I just think we just refuse to give in, and we risk to try and get back in the match, and if you risk, you deserve something.
United have been the most exciting team to watch all season. They're fitting winners in a classic year. Next time, the UEFA Champions League gets even bigger. This season's class have set the standard. Bye-bye for now.
This programme was brought to you by Continental.